Today we'd like to discuss the regular maintenance on the saw. It's very simple. It's not a big deal, but a lot of people neglect the maintenance on the saw. The reason is after it's finished with it, you put it in the shed, and when you go get it next time, of course it won't start because it's got old gas in it or what have you. What we suggest, first of all, if you're not going to use the saw for a long period of time, is to run the gas right out, and then or dump it out, and whatever you got in the container, use it. When you go and get it next time, put a fresh mix in it. So it's very simple. You just tip it on the side. You mix the gas and oil in a separate container, like I show you. It's 100 milliliters to 5 liters of premium gas in a separate container. Shake it, and then you put it in this unit here. This twist cap, you just take it off, fill it up. Gas and oil mix, chain oil goes in here. And chain oil, you can use any make as long as it's got that sticky substance to it. So when you use the sticky stuff, what happens there, the chain oil, if you just normal oil, the oil goes down this way. As soon as it hits the end, it comes off because it doesn't have the sticky substance to the oil. So you must have used chain oil. So in other words, where all the pressure is, it's underneath here, and that's when you want the lubrication. To maintain the saw, it's very simple. Once you run the gas out, you put fresh gas in it. If you want to change the spark plug on it, it's very simple. There's a cover on it, you just click the cover off. There's a little lever that comes off. You take the plug cover off, and then take the plug out and put a new plug in it. While you're doing this, make sure that this you can see through or it's clean. If it's dirty, you got to change it, or you can clean it with a toothbrush, an old toothbrush, to get all the stuff off of it, and away you go.
Take the plug out.
You want to take the plug out on this saw, it's very simple. Just be gentle with the cover. Just pop the cover off. You got the wrench that usually comes with the saw. Just take it off. Now if the saw is running good, you have a look at the color of the plug. If it's black, that means you use either the wrong mix or not enough, too much oil in it. It's got to be like a double coffee, the color of the plug. If it is a double coffee color, in other words brown, then the sauce is running perfect. You look at the plug there, to change the plug, you just get a new one. You don't clean plugs. The reason is the dirt gets inside there, and then as soon as the machine gets hot, the dirt drops off in the cylinder and it scores your cylinder. It do a lot of damage. So we do not recommend cleaning plugs. Just put a new plug in it. Just line it up. Now always start the plug by hand, because if you start with a wrench, you can cross thread it and you can do a lot of damage. So just start it by hand. As soon as you make contact, you just want to go about a little bit, about 1/8 of an inch, and put the plug back on there, and away you go. Now, also the maintenance on the chain is very simple. The main thing when you cut with it, do not let it hit the ground. If you let it hit the ground, it damages the sharp edge on the chain or the chrome, and then you'll damage the chain. Now, to change the chain, it's very simple. You loosen these two up with the same wrench, of course. You loosen those up. Take the cover off. Now you adjust loosen this up. Loosen that up. Okay, and you take this off, very simple, just like that, and the chain just comes off like that. Okay, now to put the chain on, you want the sharp edge towards the front, but watch you don't cut yourself. You should wear gloves or some sort of a protection there so you don't cut yourself, especially the new chain, very sharp. To put the chain back on, it's very simple. You put the bar on there, and the bar, you slide the bar in. The bar, make sure it fits in the hole there. There's a little pin there. If it doesn't fit in the hole, you can adjust, turn this so the thing fits, the bar fits in that hole. And to put the bar on, very simple. Like I said, the sharp edge to the front. You put the on the bar. You just put over the sprocket. You put over to the front. Okay, make sure it's in the hole. And make sure it's on the back. Then all you do, you adjust this. So it touches the bar. Okay, now you want to put your cover on. Well, you tighten this up just a little bit. And to adjust the chain, it's very simple. Get your screwdriver in there. With this pulling up, you should be able to turn the chain. And it's got to be touched all places all the time. Then all you do, you just put a little bit of pressure upwards, and you tighten your bolts up.
Can the chain be too tight?
Yes. Then if the chain is too tight, what happens there, it'll start smoking right away, and the thing won't turn. And you could do damage to the clutch. So in other words, you've got to be able to pull the chain about 1/8 of an inch out of the. That's another way you can check it. The way I like to do it, make sure it touches all plates all the time. And also, if you pull it up, you should be able to pull about 1/8 of an inch out of the groove. And that's the correct tension. Then you snug it back up, and away you go, sir. And you got to be able to turn them just like that. Then you got.